Before we play this last one, I want to say thank you for coming. This has been a very unusual school year. This is 19 years here at Sikeston for me, and I've never experienced anything like this before. These guys are incredibly resilient and just have been fantastic. And so they have worked so hard, and so many of these kids have, so many of them have had to be out not of their own will, and have had to go home, and everybody just kind of rolls with the punches and does the best they can and knows that it's out of everybody's control. And so these guys have done a great job. Matter of fact, that last song went through a major rewrite because of some people getting quarantined. So, and they just roll with it. So they've been fantastic. These guys have been really, really great, and very, very proud of them. So they've worked very hard. And so thank you for coming, and we're going to, yes, oh, yes.
Thank you. Several of you complimented the last concert that we had, the video option. Thank you for complimenting. We're kind of starting the wheels spinning now, getting our own YouTube channel going and getting our own equipment to start doing the videos for all of our concerts. We're learning how to use it right now. So keep your eye on your email this concert and in the future, and we'll be able to email links out for a YouTube link so you can share with family and friends out of town that we can control the privacy settings on for everybody. So thank you for bringing it to our attention and making us think of it, that we're changing the way we do things too.
And there are also their upcoming dates here, but just along with everything this year, let's kind of pencil those in and be ready to erase and redo if necessary. For these guys, we've got the concerts, the band concerts for all bands, May 17th, and then also March 8th are the other ones that these guys have. Hopefully our band banquet at the end of the year will be able to happen, and 8th graders are invited. It's mostly high school stuff, but 8th graders are invited, and we have a few awards for them as well. And that's at the end of the year. It's a great event that we have really good attendance for under normal circumstances. I also want to mention the first date on there, February 3rd, does not involve these guys, but I just want to talk about it for a second because we're really excited about this. Last year, last fall, we started the ball rolling to commission a piece that has never been performed, that's written specifically for our students. And we were supposed to do the world premiere of that piece. We contacted the composer, Joe Pappas, who is a Missouri composer that we know, and so we contacted him. We had a couple of meetings with him, and Ms. Whitehead and I did, and he just asked some questions about what kind of music we want him to write, what are our strengths and our weaknesses in result to instrumentation and such. And so he wrote a piece for our kids. And so after we perform it, it will go out to the masses for other schools to be able to purchase. And it'll say at the top, commissioned by Sikeston High School Band. But we get to perform it first, and it won't go on sale until we do. So we're going to try, hopefully, to premiere that in February. And Mr. Pappas has said, if at all possible, he's going to try to be here. And so then in addition to that, we've got one of our own students who took it on himself just because he wanted to write a piece. And he did Jeremiah Fuller wrote a piece. He's a senior, one of our drum majors, and he wrote a piece that we have been working on too. He did a fantastic job and really proud of him. So we're going to premiere 2 songs on that February 3rd. That's all it's going to be, but we're really excited about that. So hopefully, hopefully the world doesn't implode anymore, and we'll be able to do that on the 3rd. But we will do that sometime this year for sure. But you might be interested in coming to that, or at the very least, that will go up on that YouTube channel Ms. Whitehead was talking about. So, as always, if you have any questions any point in the year, get in contact with myself or Ms. Whitehead, and we'll be able to happy to answer those. But thank you for coming, and we will conclude with, hey man, Christmas rocks.